G'day guys, welcome back. Sorry I've been missing in action for a few days. It's coming up to the silly season, hey, and we're getting a little bit busy. I was working and then I went out to lunch and a bit of Christmas shopping with my lovely friend Leanne. And then shopping, grocery shopping, I started my Christmas fruitcake. So yay, all these things just take time. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different for you today, and we're using this Druzy mold. It's a big Druzy mold. I've just made it. I will pop it up in my store for you. It is about 19 centimeters across. I stretch my hand out and it's almost reaching. So what I'm going to do is, and I actually found this idea by accident the other day and I thought, oh, I must make that. So what I want to do is do a crystal bowl, a little trinket bowl. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour resin onto this. I've got my resin here and I'm going to get started because it's getting warm because it's in a big cup. And then I'll talk to you about this one over here. But this is what I'm going to pour into. I've just put it into this plastic container. So first of all, because you're using a Druzy, always spray it with some alcohol. Try for 100% alcohol or something higher than 97%. So spray it sort of 5 or 6 little. This is an atomizer. It's just my 100% alcohol. So I've made up 180 grams. Not sure if it's going to be too much, but I thought I'd rather have a little bit more than not enough. So just pour in one spot and let the resin make its own way to the edges. And once I've got a nice little covering, I'll stop. I just want to make sure I don't put too much in. You have to put this into something that's got sides so that your Druzy can go up the side, because you can't just pour resin on that, can you? It'll just all run off. You have to have something that's going to make little walls, okay? This one here is too small, so I'll show you how to fix that in a minute. So just having a little look at this. See, some areas are a little bit higher than others. With my Druzy, this is just my little prototype. But I think that's pretty much all I can get in. Otherwise, it's going to be touching the sides of my container, and I don't want that. Just going to lift that up ever so slightly, just because it's a bit lower on that side. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, pour a little bit of resin on. You don't have to have a lot. So what we're going to do with that now, I'm just going to spray it again with some alcohol. That can sit there for a minute. That'll catch the bubbles. Now I'm going to show you what you can do if you don't have something that's the right size, because sometimes it's a little tricky. I looked everywhere. I went through all my bowls and plates and everything, and I finally found this plastic. I don't even know where it came from. It might have been the bottom of a plant pot. You know, the plant pot trays. Those are good ideas too. So if that was a bit bigger, I could do that, and you know, I could have it up against the sides like that, and it would make a little wall for me so that the resin could just run in, but it's not. So what you could do, there's a few different things you could do, and you might even think of some others. You might want to put like a piece of rope, if you've got a piece of rope around there, and then that'll sit in there and the rope will be underneath like that, and it'll make a little wall. The other thing you can do is some plasticine. I've got this. It's air dry clay. I'll just get a little piece. I've done this before with other things that I've needed to do. So you just need to roll it out. Make a little sausage with it like that. And then make sure it's all as even as possible. And then you just pop that in there like that. I'll do some more. So this resin here is going to take probably, it's a pretty warm day today in the studio. It's 25 degrees in here already. So I think it'll take probably maybe somewhere between 2 and 3 hours to get to the stage where I can unpeel it and it's not going to be sticky, because we want to then drape it over probably a cup, like a glass, a cup, something like that. I'll do one more and then I'll show you what I mean. This is air dry clay. It's a bit sticky at the moment, but if you haven't got this, that's fine. You can use plasticine, you can use blue tack, whatever you've got, all right, that you can roll into a worm like this. It's probably too much now. Let's break that off. So there's our worm, there's our little border. So now all we do is, don't really want to flatten it or push it too much at the moment, because we want to see how it's going to fit first. So pop that in. So it's already making a little dam there, and then all you need to do is just, I push like into the bottom like that, and it kind of sticks, the silicone kind of sticks to the clay, and it'll just make a nice little dam there for us to pour resin into. Got a bit of resin left over actually. Maybe I could do this one as well, hey? What do you think? So you can just have a little play with it, get it into the shape that you want. That one's a little bit lower there, so I'll push it in a bit further. So yeah, I think the plasticine or clay works really quite well. Okay, so that's it. I think that's it. Whoops. And it does dry hard. This is one that I had the other day. Oops, it's dried hard. But yeah, oh, they're nice to make little dams out of. Right, let's pour the rest of this. I'll be careful, I won't touch the resin. Oh, spray, I forgot the spray. Did you remind me? We're all yelling at me, you forgot the spray. All right, let's pour that in. Oh, there's a hair. Don't pour all your resin in to begin with, just in case, you know, you've poured in too much. Because then you don't want to have the issue of it running over the plate. But yeah, this is a good idea. I find it's a good idea anyway. And then you can just sort of push that resin around to the edges. Like so. It may not be a total circle, that's okay. It's going to be a natural crystal looking trinket bowl. And like I said, I did this by accident the other day with some leftover resin, and I thought, oh, that is just so beautiful. I want to make a bowl like that. So here we go. Right, so that's done. Just going to clean my stirring stick off because I'll use that again. And give it a spray with some alcohol as well for the bubbles, like so. All right, now I hope that one's not, might have put a little bit too much in that one. It's a bit low on the one side. Never mind, it'll be fine. All right, I'm going to bring it down so you can have a look at this, just so that you can see kind of what I mean by making that little wall there. If you look at it, actually I'll bring you this way. If you have a look at it like this, see there's a window there, you can see it's a little bit low just here. See that little bit there? I might just pop something under there, but the rest of it is looking good. All right, now I'm going to go and find a couple of glasses, but I'll come back to you in 2 to 3 hours when they are ready to peel out. See you soon. Alrighty guys, it has been 3.5 hours. Now to test it, you need to just pick up, I did a little bit there, I've been doing it for the last 15-minute blocks to see if it was done. This is the first time I did it. I did this and it was still sticky. So just lift up the edge here. Like so. And then we should be able to peel it back. Now, if you do this too soon, your crystals, and I say crystals in inverted commas, I mean, they're not real crystals, they look like Druzy crystals. See how that pulls out nicely? Still have to be careful with it, like don't squash the crystals. If you take this out too early, the crystals will just melt. It'll be like a blob of ice cream, it'll just plop. So don't take it out too early. Look at that! Isn't it gorgeous? Let's move this out of the way. I can use that again. Now I've got a piece of plastic. I cut out 2 pieces of plastic. So I want to lay this down on my piece of plastic, like so. Because the outside, and again don't press too hard, the outside is going to be the outside of the bowl and the smooth side is going to be the inside of the bowl. Because you don't want to, you know, a textured inside, you want a textured outside. So that's that one done. All right, let's get over and do this one. I went and found 3 different glasses. I wanted like with straight sides, so I've got that one and that one. That one's a bit bigger, and then this one's taller. So that's them there. That's the widest. I think what I'm going to do is these 2. I just think they'll look nice as a set, a tall one and then a short one next to it, but we'll see. But so the first thing we need to do though is peel them out, put them on the piece of plastic, because like I don't want to risk putting that straight onto the glass. I may never get it off. So actually I'm going to bring you down and just so that you can have a look at this one. I just thought it might be easier to actually have a look down here and see what I'm doing. All right. Hopefully I won't get my hand in the way. I'll try not to. Where will we start? Over here. Now the amount of time that you leave it, I mean you can take it right out if you want to. But I'll probably, as in you can take the whole piece out, but because I may want to do another one, I'm just going to leave it in there. So I'm just going to loosen it all the way. Just a little bit so I can get my fingers in there. Because you don't want to stretch it. Now, as I was saying, the amount of time that you leave this sit will be determined on a few different things. It'll depend on the type of resin you're using. I'm using the Platinum 360 Plus, which is the one that I really like to use for most things, except when I need to do the 3D bloom and I need a longer setting time. So that'll, you know, the type of resin, that's one item, well, one issue. And then it's out. Look at that. Look at that. And then the second thing is the temperature of your room. My room is, what is it? It's 24 degrees at the moment. I've had the air conditioner on. So, you know, if you're in a really hot room, your resin's going to set faster. And if you're in a cold area, then it's going to take a lot longer. The third thing that will also determine how long it takes to set is the thickness that you pour. If I had to pour something much deeper, the resin would go off a lot faster. You know how it sort of flash cures when you leave resin in like a deep cup? So that's the third thing. So that's it there. Isn't it gorgeous? I just love the way it sparkles. All right, enough of that nonsense. Enough of that chatting, but I thought that would be important to tell you. All right, so I'm going to lay that on there. So as you can see, it's still really, really bendy, but it's not sticky. Whee! Let's move you over. Okay, righto. I wonder if they're both the same size. I think one may be a little bit smaller than the other because I ran out of resin. That one's 17. And that one is 17. All right, they're the same. All right, let's put, can you see what I'm doing? So I'm going to put that there and see what that looks like. Try and find the center, because I've got the plastic there, so it's easy for me to move it around. But look, if it doesn't have to be exactly center. You may want half to be short and then the back to be long, and you can do whatever you like with it, really. So as you can see, I can still bend that and shape it and form it however I wish. So I like 1, 2, 3, 4. I might put an extra little bend in there. You can just put in as many little bends as you want. You can have a little look and see what that looks like. And it's up to you, like if you want it to be like close to the glass, or whether you want it to like splay out. If you want it to be close to the glass like that, like touching the glass, you can put some tape around it. But I'm just going to leave this one here for a minute while I go and work on the other side, the other piece. Oh, this one's longer. All right, you just, I need to come over this way so that I can have it in front of me. You go and sit there for a minute. Oh, now this is the tall one. Actually, I better finish this one before it sets up on me. Go in there. Guess it's best just to work on one at a time, hey? I think I'll just put some tape just around the top there. Just some masking tape, just to stop it from... Can someone, if I hold this, can someone put the tape on, please? Oh, let me stick it. I'll just push it down. Push, push, push. No, stay there. Stay there. Trying to get it to kind of... Oh, look, it doesn't matter. Let it just do what it wants to do, all right? We'll just let it do what it wants to do. Otherwise, I'm going to start, bending it too much. And I'm just trying to make sure it's even. Okay, let's leave it like that. Let's just do the next one. All right, here we go. I think I can fit you in here. Do this one. But yeah, I think I should have probably come back maybe 10 minutes earlier. So this one's going to be, it's got a slightly smaller base, so it may kind of drop, be a little bit higher. The sides maybe a little bit higher. If you think that you're running out of time with your shaping, you can just heat it a little bit. Just be careful though, that because obviously you've got plastic under there, you don't want to melt your plastic, so be careful. I'm just going to put this on low. Yeah, I probably could have come back 10 minutes earlier and done it. They go from being sticky to quite set up pretty quickly. Now, see, this is now where I need you to hold this for me. I'm going to try and get some tape around it. Because I like it like that. I do like it like that. It's a little bit softer now. I'll put it in my mouth for a second. Ah, see, it's jumping up. Ah. I need some of you to come and hold it for me. I should probably need to put it a bit lower, don't I? Hang on. All right. I did that. I just squished it like that. Right, let's do the next one. Whoa, nearly lost it. You sit there for a minute. Yeah, they are getting a little bit set. It's not that they're too hard. It's just that I just need somebody to help me with it, that's all. Let me get some more tape. I need someone to do that. Sorry, I got tape in my mouth. Squish it down near the bottom. Try and make another little point. Actually, that bit of tape's not quite long enough. I'll use that on something else. You need one piece of tape to go all the way around and stick from one side to another. So just get it the way you want it, like that. Like shape it like that. Doesn't matter if it's got a little fold in it. Just try and get it roughly how you want it. I think it's more kind of natural, kind of organic looking if you have a few little folds maybe. Now I've got one at the back there. Work my tape. Okay. There we go. All right, I'll just have a little play with it, but I think, looking from the other side, I mean, you could do it this way as well, but just have a look and see, you know, I don't want those two touching each other there because I don't want that. So you just have a little play. That one seems good. Make sure you're happy with it. If there's bits that are touching, you can like stick some like some cotton wool or something in there, you know, so that they don't touch each other. All right, so now they just need to sit for a few hours and harden up. So I'm going to have a little bit more of a play with them, but you get the general idea of what I'm doing. Right, I'll see you soon when they're ready to unmold. Hey, I'm back. Same day, later on in the evening. So as you can see, I ended up putting them that way instead of that way, just to help the folds fall down rather than this way. They kind of wanted to fall out. So anyway, I did that, and then I just put something on top just to keep them a little bit flatter. So drum roll. They should be nice and set up now. Look at that. Oh, this is so exciting. I love it when I do something new. Well, maybe not new to other people, but new to me. Although I don't think I've ever seen anyone do a Druzy bowl. I can't get that tape off. All right, let's go this way. Come on, tape. There we go. Alrighty. Is that it? Oh, there's one more. Okay, that's it. Now let's take that. Oh, it's come out of the plastic already. That's easy, isn't it? Ta-da! Look at that. Wow. Look how sparkly and pretty that is. Let's see if it'll sit flat. Yes, it does. Alrighty. I'll keep this bit of plastic if I can get it off. Let's move all this over here for now. I'm getting stuck to the tape. So that was that long, tall sort of glass, but narrow. Look at that. All right. So that's the shape I ended up with. And textured on the outside, and then lovely and smooth on the inside there. All right, let's just swap places with these for a minute. Let's do this one. That one was much more difficult to do because it's got more folds. This one's only got a few folds. And I thought I'll do them a little bit differently just to see how they go, because I want them as a little set. So So I didn't want them to be exactly the same. I mean, you could, but I didn't want them to be. All right, here we go. Should just lift up nicely out of the plastic. And it does. Look at that. So easy. And then that was just a shorter glass. Oops, I'm stuck to the tape. So you can see there one had a narrower base than the other. So that's just what I chose to do. Alrighty, now I want to show you what I've got, because you know Christmas is coming. I do prefer this one, I think. I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think? It's a little bit... is it a bit higher? It's a bit higher. Not by much, but a bit higher. All right. They look very cute together. Now look what I've got. It's a candle, but it's a little battery operated one, because I wouldn't advise putting, you know, a real live flame in there, because it might not, you know, it's resin and you don't want heat near your resin. It might melt. I don't know, but it might melt. Oh, look at that. How pretty is that? They're just flickering away. I've got some taller candles as well, but I thought, see the difference there? I just thought, I mean, you could put, you know, the higher one in there, but I just thought because it's a shallow little trinket bowl, that one would fit nicely. So there you go. What do you think? Is it gorgeous or what? You don't have to put a candle in there. You could put anything in there, really. You could put your jewellery in there, your perfumes, little tiny pot plant, you know, little succulent inside. All kinds of things you could do with it. But I'm just going to put it on the Christmas table with my other things. And yeah, I think it'll look really pretty. I'll set it up for a photo shoot, and I'll see you guys next time. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed these. If you do want one of my Druzy inserts, this is the large. It's in the eBay store. But I'm going to leave it in here because I want to do some more. I might even do other colours, like put a little bit of, just a drop of, you know, alcohol ink in, make it pink one. Depends on what your, you know, your colour scheme is. If you wanted to, you could get your gold pen out, or your silver pen, or your paintbrush. It might be easier with a paintbrush, and just paint the edges, like in silver or gold, to match your decor. So there, lots of things you could do. That's what I have chosen to do with them. So, hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you real soon for the next one. Thank you so much. Love you all. Take care. Bye for now.